welcome or welcome back to Charlotte's Book Nook. I'm Charlotte, and in today's video you will be seeing my dog chooses my September TBR. I'm so excited for this video. I actually posted a community post a few weeks ago on both of my accounts asking for video ideas so I could kind of do what you guys have been wanting to see, and Blue Dog AG commented that she would like to see dog chooses TBR, and then my friend Josie commented she wanted to see AI picks your September TBR, but I was like, I kind of like the dog idea better because I am not an AI person, so I definitely will do the AI one just like for a different month for a TBR. But yeah, I'm super excited for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So first thing I'm going to do is pick out 6 books, but I'm only going to be reading 3 of them. I like to make TBRs for my months, but I don't do it very often, so I'm only picking 3 books, so that way the other however many I want to read, I don't have to stick to. Like, I'm gonna make myself read these 3, whichever one my dog chooses, but the other 3, or depending on how many I read in the month, I get to choose myself. So before we get started, I would like to introduce you to my lovely puppy. This is Bentley. He is a 2-year-old Shih Tzu, and he is going to do such a good job being in this video. He's already kind of famous on my channel because he's like the mascot, but because it's summertime, he got a buzz cut because he was like super hot. So ignore his buzz cut. Kind of looks like a rat, and focus on these beautiful pictures I'm going to put back up on the screen so you can just see his loveliness. Okay, so now we are going to pick out the books. So the first 2 books that are going to be up against each other, it's going to be like this versus this, is going to be Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I got about 50 pages into this and DNF'd it, but as the year is getting closer to an end, I kind of don't want to DNF books that I own. I kind of want to finish them because I'm behind on my reading goal. So we're going to try and finish this book, but it's going to be going up against Powerless by Lauren Roberts, like the most famous book ever currently on the internet. So it's going to be Powerless versus Once Upon a Broken Heart. Since it's kind of what I consider pre-fall season in September, I'm going to be reading a classic. So the 2 choices for classics is going to be A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I talked about this book in my live actually. I had to DNF it twice because I was listening to an audiobook and literally it made me want to cry because it was so sad. But it's by my favorite author who wrote The Secret Garden, and like I said, I'm trying to finish books this year that I started earlier, and I wouldn't say I DNF'd any of these, I just put them on hold until I found a better time to read them. So this is such a beautiful copy. So it's going to be A Little Princess versus Anne of Green Gables. Let me get out. I also have a beautiful copy of this book. This is it. It's so tiny, but I think it's gorgeous. Look at the spine. Everything is so pretty. Even the inside is nice big print, so it should be pretty easy to read. I love this story, seeing it on movies, and I'm so excited to try and read this as well. I think I've read a few chapters of this, but I at least want to say that I read the first book in the series. So it's going to be A Little Princess versus Anne of Green Gables. And then we're going to be doing 2 fall books that are kind of going up against each other. So it's going to be the last book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and it is As Good as Dead. I'm very terrified to read this book because of what I've heard about, but I need to, so I can say I read the series, all the series, because I loved the first 2, especially the first one. So it's going to be As Good as Dead going up against The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Oh, I forgot to say, by Holly Jackson. I don't think I even need to do this since these are all pretty popular books. So, oh yeah, literally every book I chose for this month is a book talk book. That's concerning. But both of these are kind of fall books, this being a murder mystery, this series just being a mystery and kind of fall sort of thing. I talked about this on my live as well. Talking about my live a lot, it's up, you can go watch it from back in August. So these 2 are going up against each other. I read the first one in the series, read the first 2, and yeah, so now I'm going to kind of talk about real quick which one I want to win. So for the first 2, I really want Powerless to win, so let's hope Bentley chooses it. For the classics, I really want A Little Princess to win because I have been wanting to know what happens recently in this one and wanting to read by my favorite classic author. And for some more mystery thrillers, I definitely want As Good as Dead to win because I recently watched The Good Girl's Guide to Murder show, and as much as I wasn't a fan of it, it did get me back into the whole world of this book, and I wasn't the hugest fan of this this, like the first one in this series, I really liked it, but the ending kind of like annoyed me. So I'm gonna read the rest of it because I have the third one I got for free, and then I have this one and the first one which I got for half off. So like, I didn't spend too much money on the series if I don't end up liking it, but I'm still really hoping that Bentley chooses As Good as Dead. Okay, so now it's time to bring in our special guest. What we're going to do is we're gonna put like a little trading tree on each book, make sure they are centered, like right next to each other. I'm gonna hold him, say the word treat a few times so he sees me putting it on there, and then I'm gonna let him go and see which one he goes to first. Also, disclaimer, I've never done this and he hasn't either, so he might do something kind of weird and I'm gonna have to figure out which one I think he chose. So let's go ahead and just get right on into this. Okay, so these are my bookshelves, and there's this little like hallway going down between them and my bed. So I just put these two at the end, and I'm going to like straighten them up. I mean, that's pretty close. Now we're gonna put one of these on each book. Treats are in position. All right, so I'm calling Bentley up, and he's going to hopefully sniff them out. Come on, baby. Oh, there you are. You want a treat? Come here. Find the treats. Look, there's your treat. Oh, he chose Once Upon a Broken Heart. All right, I guess that's the one we're reading. Where's he going? He chose Anne of Green Gables. He chose the book that was in the same spot. Oh, he sees the other one. Oh, okay, he chose both of them. Bonus treats for Bentley. Go get your last treats. They're back there. There's your treats. Oh, he listened. Okay, I may have put the book I wanted because I knew he'd go to that one every time. Good job, Bentley. The dog has spoken, and he chose the books that were to like my right all 3 times. And the first 2 times that he did that, I was like, I guess he always goes to the same spot. And you guys knew I wanted to read As Good as Dead more than the Hawthorne Legacy, so I put it there. But the first 2 times I couldn't know, right? So I knew by the end, and that's how I did it. So the books that Mr. Bentley chose, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I wanted him to choose Powerless. Anne of Green Gables, and I wanted him to choose A Little Princess. And As Good as Dead, which I did want him to choose if this one was all me. So the moral of the story is my dog is against me. So stay tuned for all of the reading videos I have reading this special TBR in September. It's going to be an interesting read because these weren't exactly books I was excited about. I mean, I was excited, but I was more excited for the other ones, but that's okay. Like I said, moral of the story is my dog doesn't like me. But maybe we will do this again, maybe like for next year in September or something. Oh my gosh, that's a really long ways away. Hopefully I'm still making videos by then. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And comment down below if you agree with Bentley's choices because I know I don't. Have an amazing rest of your day and cue the outro.